Hello. Let's learn about bread. One of the strengths, one of the best things ever. Pretty much a daily occurrence from what I hear, and point to anywhere on the map in Europe and probably most places around the world. But I've heard so much good things about bread in European countries. You go to France, you go to Germany, you're going to have bakeries everywhere, great bread, and somehow people stay in shape too, right? It's not unhealthy. It's decent. It's affordable. And, it's really tasty. For some reason here in the U.S., bread is a different story. A lot of people try and avoid bread. Some people eat bread maybe too much, and it becomes unhealthy. There's a lot of concerns. Bakeries are few and far between, and a lot of people buy a lot of prepackaged BS bread, apparently. Why is this so bad here? Let's take a look. This is from Dr. Sunil Dand. And he's going to show us some facts about the bread in the U.S. and why it's so bad and what to do about it. Here we go. This will be linked down below, by the way. Let's check it out.
Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you how difficult it is, almost impossible, to buy good, high-quality, healthy bread in the United States.
Imagine being such a big and famous country. Again, let me preface this. I'm an American. I love it here. There's a lot of awesome things about this country, but you hear so much borderline propaganda about how amazing it is here, right? And there's a lot of funny, simple things that we seem to F up. Bread is like a staple food, right? How can we do this bad at it? It's very bizarre. Very bizarre.
Now, I'm currently in the northeast part of the USA, and I'm in a parking lot, and I'm outside a very popular chain grocery store, which is known as one of the better, healthier, and supposedly stores with the biggest variety of products. And I'm going to show you just how tough it is to buy healthy bread.
Okay, so that's an important distinction I'm glad he made here. He's not at a regular store, right? Like that might have lower standards, like a Save-A-Lot or a Walmart or a Target, right? No. He's at presumably a higher end store, as he said, maybe like a Whole Foods, maybe like a Sprouts, right? Maybe like a Fresh Time. There's a lot of healthier stores that are more upscale and have, way more healthy organic options. Even there, it's impossible.
Now, most people out there consume bread. I will admit I'm not a big bread person myself, but I do buy bread, and I want high-quality, healthy bread.
Of course.
I do not want trash added to the bread. Unfortunately, nowadays, bread is statistically one of the most heavily processed foods you can buy. It is not what it was a few decades ago, which...
That sounds so weird. Why would something as sacred as bread be so trash-filled and heavily processed, right? It's just bizarre. It seems like the exact opposite of what you would want for bread. It doesn't make any sense. Why is it like that?
Which poses a huge problem. Look no further than what's happened to bread if you want to know the reason for America's metabolic health catastrophe.
Yep.
What's happened with type 2 diabetes, heart disease, obesity, other chronic diseases,
it's embarrassing.
Inflammation. Look at what's happened to bread.
Unhealthiest country ever.
Food and has been for a long time. Even going back thousands of years, bread has religious connotations. It's mentioned in many world religions, including in the Bible, because it was considered to be pure.
Yep.
But what have we done nowadays under the influence of food corporations, those greedy corporations that will do anything to sell products and make them as addictive as possible, adding many chemicals to them? We have completely adulterated bread. And hopefully by now you know the gist of what is good, healthy bread and what is not good, healthy bread. You want bread with whole written in front of it, whatever it is, whole wheat, etc. And you also want bread with the least added ingredients.
Right.
You want it unrefined. When I'm shopping for bread, there's certain things I want and don't want. I do not want added sugars.
Right.
And I do not want added seed oils.
Yeah, seed oils are horrible. All this high fructose corn syrup and seed oils and canola oil and the whole 9 yards, it's gross, right? Sugar, that's a given. It seems like sugar's impossible to avoid nowadays. It's like scary. So yeah, you want to cut out sugar any chance you get, right? So why on earth you expect to find sugar in soda and in sweet foods and blah, blah, blah. But, come on. Why are you having gobs of sugar in your bread? That doesn't make any sense either. I'm really interested to see this because maybe he will point out, like he's alluding to, how to actually find decent bread. I'm really curious because there's a lot of selection out there, and they all seem to be laced with something. It's frustrating.
Also known as vegetable oils, which is a marketing ploy. Vegetable oils are not from vegetables, they are from seeds.
Just make it sound healthy.
I also want to avoid other preservatives, additives, and chemicals. I will show you now how difficult it is in this store to buy healthy bread.
In a nicer store.
I go for in the end. Let's go shopping. So here we go, walking across the parking lot.
This is crazy, man.
It looks nice, blue sky, sunny, but it's still absolutely freezing here. Supposed to be spring, by the way. So here we are in the store
Wonder
now.
where he's at.
Let's
in the
go over
northeast.
to the bread section. Look at all of this bread here.
Oh man. Yeah, there's tons of selection. Unfortunately, they all seem to be the same, all pumped up with stuff you don't want.
Let's look first at some honey wheat bread here.
Oh, that's probably laced with a bunch of sugar.
You can see right there, soybean oil added, along with everything else, all these other ingredients.
No one wants that.
Sugars added there.
3 grams of sugar in just a slice? Wow.
Sugars to each serving. And here's some white bread over here. And again, you can see the same thing, soybean oil.
Wonderful.
And the added sugars over there.
Even 2 or 3 grams of sugar, that adds up. If you have 2 slices, you make a sandwich or something, whatever the case is, this starts adding up, right? If you have bread a couple times a day, this adds up. Now you're having, 15, 20 plus grams of sugar just from bread, not to mention all the other stuff that you encounter throughout the day. But this really adds up to this insane sugar intake. Something as simple as bread, you just shouldn't have it in there. And why? Why all the weird oils? Soybean oil, vegetable oil, canola oil. Why? Why is it in there?
And you'll think that the whole wheat bread might be a little bit better here. Let's take a look.
This you think would be good.
So you can see here again, soybean oil. And then again, 3 grams added sugar. Let's go now to the organic bread. Supposedly this is supposed to be healthier, right? Organic bread. And you've got this brand.
Okay, this brand is supposed to be really good. I've heard good things about it. Let's see. This is supposed to be really good.
And here, marketing supposedly as a better version of the bread, organic. And you can see a whole host of ingredients here. Fortunately, no seed oils, but look at...
Okay, so thank goodness no seed oils. A lot of ingredients still. Quite a few.
This. 5 grams added sugars right there, supposedly on the healthier bread.
5 grams of added sugar? Why? 5 grams of added sugar. You have 2 slices of that. You make a sandwich with supposedly really good, may I mention, expensive organic bread. This stuff's not cheap. And you have 2 of them, and it's got 10 grams of sugar. Might as well have a little Snickers bar.
And you would think on the surface that this one might be better. It sounds good. Organic sprouted multi-grain. So again,
that looks like it should be good.
Here. But look, you can see this one does have canola oil in it.
Oh.
And again, 3 grams of added.
Jeez, seems like a lot of ingredients, dude. That's such a long list. Organic cane syrup, canola oil, 3 grams of sugar.
It's got a whole host of other things. Guar gum,
yeah.
Of additives.
Jeez.
How about here we have some honey wheat bread.
Why?
This is another brand. Now let's take a look here.
Can someone tell me a logical reason other than to make it trash, make it addictive, make it bad for you? I don't know. I'm sorry. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Wow, look at this. All sorts of ingredients, but you can see there soybean oil has been added. Another one here, this is the Italian bread. Let's take a look. Let's see. Ooh,
Italian bread made in the U.S., by the way. It's not literally Italy Italian bread. Let's throw that out there.
But you can see
vegetable oil, lovely.
Oil again.
We all want that in our body.
Added. This one is lower in sugar.
Wow. Less than a gram of sugar. Now, that's more like it. That's tolerable, right? That's a plus. That's a plus. So, a mini round of applause for that one. But it's still got some couple bits of trash in the ingredients list. But at least, how sad, right? At least you got to applaud somewhat the effort that it's not totally laced with sugar and who knows what else. So, this one's decent. we'll say. My wife and I have been complaining about food here for a long time. You know, I was ignorant when I was younger. I didn't know, right? You think food is healthy. That's what you would think, right? When you have all these agencies and FDA and all this stuff, you'd think you're protected as a consumer, that you can buy food at a well-established, company, well-established store, and, you're safe. I really don't think that's the case anymore. Maybe it used to be healthier, but it certainly isn't now. We're in a crisis here in the U.S. with food standards and the unbelievable chemicals and preservatives and additives and weird stuff in the food. The unbelievably overuse of high fructose corn syrup and everything, and sugar beyond belief. It's so frustrating. I'm going to work on videos soon. Ever since we've started doing these try test videos, of course, that really opened my eyes to how products, even the same products that we sell here, can be a lot different overseas and can be at least better versions of them with some more thought out and better, less horrible alternatives to make up these products, right? Better ingredients, basically. And I'm going to be honest, for about 3 weeks, we've been shopping at this European store where it's only European imports. There's no American products in sight. We have been shopping there consistently. Like, I don't even mess with the American store anymore. It's like my only saving grace that I have to buy foreign stuff to even, and I check the labels and translate them if I need to. A lot of them, like 98% of it, seems way better than the stuff we have here. It's pretty funny. So at least I have that, I guess. I mean, that's where we're at.
Multi-grain roll. You'll think that one sounds good. Let's take a.
You wouldn't believe it, but in the last 3 weeks, I've literally lost weight. Like, you probably can't see it on video very well, but trust me, it's kind of crazy.
Again.
All right, let's see this brand. I was talking. Okay, this is I've seen this one. Healthy multigrain. It says healthy. It says healthy. And it also says heart healthy.
That one sounds good. Let's take a look at the ingredients.
They really sell it to you, don't they?
Again, a whole host of ingredients here, but you can see vegetable oil, soybean oil listed here, supposedly in the healthy bread, according to the label.
And 4 grams of sugar.
It's got 4 grams added sugars per serve. What about this one here? Farmhouse butter bread. Let's take a look.
Ooh, this ought to be.
Well, this one doesn't have seed oil in it.
That's good.
At least it's something. But you can see 4 grams.
4 grams of sugar. It just seems so steep.
And as with all breads, a fair dose of carbohydrates. And what about this one here? This is marketed as 100% whole wheat.
100% whole wheat.
And again, you can see they put soybean oil in it.
And it's really close to the first ingredient, which means it has a decent amount in there.
This is all getting quite depressing here.
It
is. I cannot
is.
Find what I want. Let's see if there's any more breads.
I think it's embarrassing.
Here's another one, 100% whole potato bread. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness, these ingredients here. Cane sugar syrup.
Cane sugar syrup, sunflower oil. These are horrible, by the way. Jeez, look at this. Look at this ingredient list. Jeez, it's like reading a chapter of a book.
Sunflower oil. Wow, look at this. Why
Plenty
all
of
these
sugar.
Ingredients in simple bread? And what about some white sourdough bread? Well, this one has less sugar in it.
Thank goodness.
But it's got a few.
I think 1 gram of sugar is fine, right? That's almost necessary. 1 gram, I'm totally cool with that. But this 4 or 5 is nuts.
Ingredients that I don't want here.
Canola oil. No one wants that.
I think I'm done now with the bread. Why don't we look at some rolls or some buns? Well, here are some burger rolls.
Oh, these are pumped with sugar.
Well, look at this here. Soybean oil.
Yep.
Malted barley syrup. Doesn't sound too good. And same thing with the hot dog rolls. What about these burger buns that say
Surprised you didn't show the sugar because they have a lot.
They've used soybean oil. And all these other ingredients here. Cornstarch. And
yeah, 3 grams of sugar.
all these other ingredients here. Cornstarch. And how about some naan bread? I think I'm in the mood for some Indian.
Ooh, naan bread is hella good.
Let's take a look. This is the garlic naan. Let's look at the ingredients, and you can see there, soybean.
They ruined the naan, man. Come on.
Canola oil, cornstarch.
That's so frustrating.
What about this here? This pita bread. Let's take a look. And even this here. Oh my goodness. Soybean oil, rice syrup, all these other ingredients added to it. And the whole wheat pita bread here. Look at this. The same thing here with the whole wheat pita bread.
Dude, whole wheat pizza bread you'd think would be like such a safe bet, right?
Can't get anything without
Nope.
these seed oils and all these added ingredients.
Seed oils, rice syrup.
And let's take a look here. Seed oils and all these added ingredients.
Okay, 1 gram of sugar, that's okay. I can be okay with that.
And let's take a look here at the flatbread.
Surely this has got to be healthy, right?
It's healthy. Look at this. Low fat, good.
It says healthy on the bag.
Let's look at the ingredients. Wow, this ingredient.
How many ingredients are there? I'm not even gonna count. There's too many.
List is almost a novel here. Look at
that's
everything
crazy.
Here. Cornstarch
in flatbread,
soybean oil again, plant-based L-cysteine. So basically, I'd given up. I didn't find anything I wanted in the bread.
Guys, how many products have we seen here? Call me crazy. I think that's super concerning.
Section, anything that is without seed oils, other inflammatory ingredients that I don't want added.
Why are we so bad at food here?
I didn't find any bread, any wraps, anything
in a healthy store
that I would want that doesn't have those ingredients in it. So I've moved over to a different section of the store. So here we have it. In
frozen.
The frozen section. Little
life hack, at least in the US, I guess, this might be better because if it's frozen, that means it's probably more real. And if it has to be frozen so it doesn't go bad, might be a good sign. We'll see, though.
I'm really happy. I just found something to buy. I'm going to show you in a moment. Okay, I'm back in the car now. Let me show you what I bought in the end. This is currently my favorite bread in the United States. So here it is, Ezekiel bread, and I also bought some English muffins. Let me show you.
Okay, I got to look for this. Good on Ezekiel.
Ingredients. This is the Ezekiel bread. Let's take a look here at the ingredients. And it was in the frozen section, remember? Probably because it will go bad because it's not full of other chemicals.
That's my thought.
They do freeze it here. But look at this. All organic. No sign of any seed oils.
Wow.
It does list organic.
Look at these real ingredients.
Sprouted soybeans, but no seed oil per se. It's not in an oil form. Everything to me looks reasonably good. And it hasn't got a list of other chemicals and preservatives. And look at this, 0 grams added sugars.
Wow.
And let's take a look now at the English muffins.
That's a W, man.
Same thing, no added seed oils. And again, 0 grams added sugars. That's what I'm looking for. So there we go. More like it. Ezekiel bread, currently my favorite bread in the United States.
I gotta look for that.
The only bread that I buy. When I buy bread, I do not want other trashy pro-inflammatory ingredients added to the bread.
I agree.
I want the bread to be as pure as possible. And
I can vouch for this, right? I'm not going to show you on video, but dude, there are days where, especially lately, I wake up really lean because I've been losing weight and I'm not even trying to. I'm just like making better decisions. We rarely eat out at all. We're a cooking family. My wife is an amazing, amazing cook. We do, occasionally we would eat out, right? Maybe once a week or so. I've been really skipping that. So, I've been, avoiding that as much as possible, which is always great. But then again, even at home, I'm just eating a little better. I don't really know how. It just kind of happened. I also think that literally eating at the European store, like we're buying a lot of groceries from there, and I think these little differences they make, they work out. They work out better. This cereal we get for the kids, which they only have a little bit. They don't have cereal every day or anything like that. Like the cereals we get from the European store are significantly better than the American version, and we're talking about like the same name brand cereals, but they're from Poland, I think, and they just have better stuff in them. So like if they're gonna have cereal sometimes, my thought is they might as well have that. Why would they have the American one with all the weird food dyes and red 40 and all this other crazy stuff they throw in there, like high fructose corn syrup and all this stuff? Like that's in everything here. It's kind of crazy. Also, let's take a look. I brought some breads. We're kind of low. We actually have to go shopping probably later today. Like I'm filming this in the morning, but yeah. First, what I was going to say a second ago, and I totally ran off course. When I feel really lean and I eat bread, like a bagel, or I eat some sort of bread here, some toast, it's funny how I just eat a little bit of bread and yet I literally bloat up, like I get inflamed. It's really weird. So like I'll look really lean, but then I'll literally see a visual change, like I ate a bunch of food but I didn't, right? It's like it inflammates my stomach. It inflammates like my face. Like it's weird. It looks like I gained 15 pounds, but I didn't, right? It's really weird. So that's true. That's why you need to find cleaner stuff here. I really believe in that. But I grabbed some breads here that you wouldn't think would be bad. So I have this. This is just sitting around. And let's see what it's made out of here. This one's not even some of the worst we saw, but of course, not great either. It has 2 grams of added sugar. I don't know if you can see that. And then the ingredients list is, of course, where would that be? Right here. Very, very long ingredients list. And does it have some of the stuff we don't want to see? I believe it does. It does. Soybean oil. We don't want to see that. You know, monocalcium phosphate, ammonium sulfate, fulmaric acid, soy lecithin, you know, of course, sugar listed like 2 different times. So yeah, kind of a long list of stuff there from that bread. And this is just a regular multi-seed, I guess, would it be white bread or wheat bread? It looks like white bread, but yeah, not the best. Then for bagels, I try and have like not every day, of course, a couple times a week. And what I actually do is I scoop out, these are thick. So I end up, what I do is I actually scoop out all the insides. I don't know. That's just how I am. I think it's better. It gives me at least a chance there. It doesn't make me as full. But if you were to have the whole thing, of course, it would have all these facts. I tend to think I lean these up a little bit because I scoop out literally all the insides. It's kind of fun. But this has, look at this. Holy smokes. Serving size 1 bagel. 10 grams of protein, that's kind of cool. But look at that. 7 grams of sugar with 5 grams of added sugar. I don't know if you can see it there. That's actually insane. These are original bagels out of New York. And what's interesting, I will admit, is that if we can find one positive here, at least from what I can see, unless there's some word science in there, which is very possible. They play a lot of games with us, with products. This doesn't have high fructose corn syrup, which is marked as like it doesn't have it. That's good. And it doesn't have any oils from what I can see, unless I am missing it. So if you can see that there, still kind of an extensive list, but not too bad. And it doesn't have oil. So I guess that's a positive. But it has a lot of sugar. So that's not very good either. But anyway, that's all I have in the house. But yeah, I'm going to have to do my research. I'm going to have to look for this. And, of course, you know, I might have to record some of the breads that they have at the bakery in the European store. You know, it's all homemade. And, again, this is like a very, very authentic store. Almost every time we go, no one even speaks English there. It's pretty cool, honestly. It's very, like, authentic feeling, and it's kind of cool to see that in amongst all the big fatty American products and stores. So definitely more to discover on this. This was kind of an eye-opener, though. This video, very good to see. I think this was well put together. This will be linked in the description down below so you can watch the whole thing and definitely browse his channel. The bread culture is pretty weak here. Let's be real, right? And, of course, you see the nutrition standards are just ridiculous. So I hope this stuff starts changing. You know, I'm doing a lot of these videos that I really enjoy, but to be honest, it's to try and teach me and my family how to be better about this stuff and, you know, hopefully demand some better standards, because I don't know why the U.S. misses the mark so hard on this stuff. It's very bizarre. Right? The only logical reasons you can think of are for bad reasons. There can't be any good logical reasons why this food would be pumped up with so much stuff, right? It's no one can seem to tell me that, because there is no good reasons. So yeah, I found this very interesting, also alarming as well. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you watching. Definitely have to look into this more, but until next time, y'all, my name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, I'll catch you later.